Alright, to those that see this, catching it because the league's starting in a couple of days. Premier League predictions, doing it this year, because it's not too late. So, it will show like 22, 23. It's because there's no 25, 26 one on here. And then I had to add Sunderland and Burnley's badges, obviously. And Leicester and Southampton, they don't matter. So, let's do this. We're going to start going bottom to top. Now, who's getting relegated this season? It's going to be, I think, it's going to be Burnley. I think it's going to be Sunderland. And I hope, really, really don't want it to happen. Because it'll be the third year. But 3 up, 3 down just seems likely. Of course, the problem is I'm a Brentford fan. And Brentford is, they're not looking good. You know, I've watched our friendlies. They're, not happy with it. But transfer window isn't over. We still technically have Wissa. He's probably gone though. But losing Mbumo, losing Flecken, losing Frank and Norgard it's not good. So we're dealing with that. New coach. But I don't think we're getting relegated. Wolves also don't look great. You know, they lost Cunha and the guy, their left back. Can't pronounce his name. So I don't have full confidence in them doing very well. But this is difficult. Leeds are Wolves, because I think West Ham, they'll be okay. They're probably gonna be down here too, but nothing to the same extent. So I'm gonna go with we'll skip that for now. Brentford will be down here. I'm gonna try and do this. Bottom backside is the farthest down. I think we're surviving. I hope we're surviving, but not by much. I think we'll be. You know what? I think it's gonna be Wolves. I don't have enough faith in them, which means we're gonna do that. So that's 17th, 16th. Yeah. And then from there, we do West Ham. West Ham. And then right here, this will be Everton. So, seems fair. And then at 13th, this is where stuff gets a little more into stuff. I'm going Fulham. I know their season was pretty good last, bout up, kind of that upper mid-table, but I'm kind of expecting a fall off for some of these teams. And similarly, I'm gonna put Forest in 12th. Now that they're going to be competing in Europa League, their schedule is going to be a bit more closed. They're going to be doing more stuff, and I think they're not the team to handle that. Similarly, Crystal Palace, they're in the Conference League. They should have been in Europa. They kind of got robbed there. I mean, I get multi-club ownership and stuff, but pretty sure they proved that they didn't have majorities and stuff. So that's a little stupid. But again, they're going to be lots of scheduling stuff, and I know they beat Liverpool on penalties, but it's the Community Shield. I mean, who actually cares that much? They do, but not me, because I haven't won a trophy. So then, that would be 11th. So 10th, we're going to be going with Tottenham. Now, this may seem a little surprising, Big Six team. But, they were down here. They were here. They were 17th last season. They're going to improve. They've got Frank now behind the engine, but I still don't think they're that good of a team. They just have a lot of money. And similarly, we're going to put Bournemouth, actually. That's not similarly at all. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I think Bournemouth's going to be here as well. So that's 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So we put one more here. I think Bournemouth, they had a very nice season last. I don't think they lost their coach. They probably lost a couple players, but they should be fine. They were very solid last season. And then I'm gonna put Man United. Now I don't like Man United that much. They took Mbumo, they got Cunha, but they just robbed a lot of teams. They took a lot of players from other places, and it's looking good for them. I certainly don't think they're getting into the Champions League or even Europa. But they could go a little bit. They could go for like conference. So, good luck to them. But I don't care enough. And now you'll notice there's a team here that doesn't seem to quite belong. Brighton. I don't know why, but I think they're going to have another one of those crazy seasons. Can't quite explain it, but they're just gonna kind of pop up. They spent some money, I think, or kind of did earlier. I think they'll be, well, now I'm changing things. No, apparently my Man United is now going to get conference. No, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't feel right. There, that feels better. Bournemouth, you're going to have a great season. Alright, and now we have 6 through 1, which is going to be good luck to me. 6th place, going Aston Villa. They're a good team. They got strong players. I don't really know what else to say. They're not a title contender, though. I think the title race is going to be 3 teams, maybe. And then in 5th place, I believe, will be Newcastle. The two, like these are like the big 8 outside of the 6. So I think, with Isak threatening to leave and all their transfers failing, I don't think they're going to be quite. I think they're still getting Champions League because this is kind of out of date with the 5th stuff, but I think they'll be fine. And now in 4th, Man City. They're kind of falling off. I know they bought a bunch of players, but I don't see it working out great for them. I just can't see that because the Oil Club, they should have been charged for more on the 115 financial breach charges. So it just, I think their era has kind of come to an end. And now, 3rd place. It's not going to happen any more times in a row. They're not getting 2nd. I think they're getting 3rd. They bought Gyökeres. They took Norgard from us. What was his name? Who did they take from Chelsea? Don't remember his name. I should, but I don't have it on the. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but not in my brain. Madueke. Madueke's good. I don't think he's what Arsenal needed. Gyökeres was. So now they're looking like a very solid title contending team. But I can't see them winning it. And now comes to one of the harder decisions for who's going to win, who's going to get 2nd. I think Chelsea and Liverpool are the best 2 teams in the league right now. Might be in the world. Chelsea just came off Club World Cup, looked very solid, demolished PSG. And Liverpool, let's see, they bought Ekitike, they're looking at Isak, they got Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong. We did take their 3rd string keeper. They bought a bunch of strikers that they didn't need. Well, now apparently they did need them, but They bought a bunch of strikers from the rest of the league to prevent them from having them. That's what it feels like. That's the thing I find. They'll buy these players and then never play them. More like they'd rather the other teams don't have them than they have them. So it's just, or than like, yeah, you get what I'm saying. But I think Florian Wirtz is just much better. I think he's going to be kind of that difference maker. I could see this that race down going to the final day or two, though, or maybe like a head-to-head. I don't know. And so yeah, that will be my Premier League predictions by your by a Brentford fan who lives in America. Very very detailed. I know everything about these teams, definitely, but I think it seems fair. I might be glazing my team a bit too much here, but I don't care because I think we'll make some crazy signing. I think we'll make one more like signing of some kind. To be fair, buying Malambo is a good move. All right, anyway, bye.